Welcome back. I'm Nicolbw, and this is Infinity. It's on the FTB launcher, and this is going to be my Infinity Lab. So I couldn't wait to get started. I have this big idea that I want to do. The goal for this series is to see if I can get through all of the mods using most of the stuff from each of the mods, and seeing if we run into any problems with being on peaceful. Are there any creative solutions to those problems? Can we get to the end game and be able to do it on peaceful without any problems, with, like I was saying. And and I know, like, you have to be able to or even on peaceful mode, you have to fight the end dragon. Well, you don't have to, I guess, but she does show up. And I also know on this pack there is another boss in the end, and I'm not sure if it's also a peaceful boss or not. So we will check that out, but I've heard is very hard. I've seen on Reddit where even they said that people in creative mode have died to it, and I'm not sure how that's possible, but I've heard that you need to be very, very well equipped to be able to fight that. So I'm hoping that we can get to that point where we can do that as well. But for today, I want to show you what we've done. I started up a world and kind of flew around until I found an area that I liked, and then I set my spawn here, so that way the world spawn is here, so it's not like 1,000 blocks somewhere else. So that's how I started my world. And then, excuse me, then I just started punching trees. I cut down trees over there on the hillside, just with regular vanilla tools, wooden tools. Then I went to stone tools. Then I kept finding a bunch of Certus quartz. So I made a Certus quartz pickaxe, which then allowed me to mine redstone and the Project Red stones, gems. And so then that's when I started making the sapphire tools, so I was able to mine that stuff. Where did I had a diamond. Where's my diamond? Oh, it's right there. For some reason, I couldn't see it. I was able to find one diamond. On the other side of this hill, right here, there's a ravine that goes through there, and it goes all the way down to a Y11 because there's two ravines that intersect. So that's what I've been doing. I just kind of went through the caves there, mining some stuff out. That's what I've got. I've been finding a lot of aluminum and a lot of Certus. And then this is the other stuff that I got as well. And I have been picking up most of the oreberry bushes because I would like to eventually automate those. So the more I have, the better for those as well. And I found a skeleton dungeon. And there was a mine shaft down there. So that's where the Safari Net and the Lexica Botania came from those. But today we're going to get started on Tinker's Construct. So we are going to need this stuff. The first thing we need to do, we will save one of those. We need to make a chest, and we need to make a crafting table, and then we need to start making blank patterns. So in order to do that, it is sticks and logs. We'll just make 12 for now. So we need the blank patterns and a plank makes a stencil table. A blank pattern and a log makes a part builder. A blank pattern and a chest makes a pattern chest. And a blank pattern and a crafting table makes the tool station. So those are the parts you're going to need. I'm going to set them up over here. Let's see, there's a certain order I like to have them in, and it always has to go from left to right. We will move that and that. So we're going to put that there, the stencil table, then I like to make the pattern chest, then the part builder, then the tool station. For some reason I have to have them in that order. It's really weird, but maybe not that weird. Hello, Mr. Cow. So you want to put the blank patterns in there. Oh great, and it's raining. And then you'll want to click on the patterns that you're going to want. And if you notice, we've gotten more books. We spawned with these 2 books. So this is the first one for Tinker's Construct, and this is the second one. I've not actually looked at the weaponry one. Yeah, and then there'll be one more when we make the smeltery, which we should probably get that going. So we're going to need a furnace. So let's put a furnace there. We're going to need to make grout. So I usually like to do 2 stacks of the clay, the sand, and the gravel. But nowadays you can, we need coal. I forgot coal. Nowadays you can make them any size that you want. So we probably won't go for 2 stacks. So let me put these away. We'll do just 2 stacks of the grout. So we are going to need a tool rod, a binding, and then we're going to need a pickaxe, a shovel, and a axe head. Just to get started, those are the ones that we are going to want to use. So we can put these in here, and if you click on this, we can access the pattern chest. So that's why it's good to have the pattern chest next to the part builder. And then we can take them out or put them in as needed. So what we're going to do is we need to make a stone pickaxe head, an axe head, a shovel head, which each take material costs. It says 1 on there. The material cost for the tool binding is a half. So if you notice, we have a stone shard left over. So we can use that shard to make this, the tool rod, because it's still a half as well. Let's see. Okay, so with the seared bricks, what we're going to need is we are going to need, let's see, not M. Let's see, we're going to need a smeltery controller, a smeltery drain. We're going to need some seared bricks. We're going to need to make a seared tank, and we're going to need to make a casting table and a seared faucet. So the controller is in a circle like that, and that's when we get our mighty smelting book. Actually, let's do that. Okay, can we do, there we go. Now they're in order. Okay, so let's grab some more. The tank is like this with a piece of glass in the middle. So we're going to have to wait for these to smelt, and then we'll smelt up a piece of sand. The drain is just like that, and you will need a drain, a controller, and a tank. At least one of those per smeltery. You need the drain to be able to get the liquid metals out. You need the controller and the tank to be able to, well, melt the metals. And the faucet is just like that. It's like a bucket shape. The faucet goes on top of the drain. The bricks are just like that. So you just need 4 in a window to make the seared bricks. So depending on what size you want to make it, I think what we're going to do, it used to be a 3x3 for the base, and then you needed to build up walls for it. You can go just 1 now and then build up walls. That will hold a total of 10 liquid ingots, but you can only smelt 1 ingot at a time. I think what we're probably going to do is a 2x2, so the base will have 4 bricks. That will smelt 4 at a time unless we build it taller. And 4 per layer, and it will hold 40 liquid ingots per layer. I'm pretty sure it's 10 per block. Let's see, what else do we need? We have the drain, the controller. We need a table. So that is the table, the casting table. Then we'll need to make cast, definitely an ingot cast, but if we want to make any of the parts in metal form, then we are going to need to make the casts for those as well. Oh, this stupid rain. And let's see. Let me come back when this stuff is smelted and I am ready to make the smeltery. Okay, so I am back. We have enough stuff. I had to make myself a bucket to be able to go get some lava. There's lots of lava in the ravine, so I just ran down there real quick and got some. We now have that. You've seen that started sparking up. We have 4 slots available because we have 4 blocks at the base. If we built this up 1 more layer, we would have 8 slots available. So each layer you go up, you add more slots to be able to melt all at once. We need to add a bucket. This tank can hold 4 buckets of lava. And now the first thing we need to do is to make aluminum brass. So in order to do that, we need 3 aluminum to 1 copper. So we just happen to have 4 slots. So we are going to add 3 aluminum and 1 copper. Now this will double your ores. So for each ore you get 2 ingots. So we're basically making 2 batches of this. So we should get 8 ingots out of that. Now instead of the table, you can make the casting basin, and that is just like that. This casting basin will make a block of your metal, and the blocks of metal are worth 9 ingots, so you can transfer the blocks over to ingots if you wanted, but that's right now we're just making casts. We are going to need an ingot. I'm pretty sure we can use a seared brick to make the ingot cast. So there we have 8 ingots. Yay, the rain stopped. So we need to make an ingot cast, and there we go. So now we have an ingot cast for that. I'm going to go ahead and make a cast for all of these as well. Let's get those on the bar. Okay. And then we can put these casts in our pattern chest as well. We can't put anything else in the pattern chest, like you can't put ore or anything like that. You can't even put the tool parts, but you can put the casts in there. When you want to use the cast, there you go. We have 2 more ingots, so we will go ahead and make ingots. You put the ingot cast in the table, and you just can right click on it once it cools, and there we go. Now we have our ingots. You can automate this, and we will I'll probably put a chest here in the ground, and then put a hopper underneath the table pointing into the chest. That will automatically pull out the ingots as they cool. You can also make a clock, a redstone clock. This one right here from Extra Utilities, pretty easy. We'll have to smelt up some stone first, and you can put that next to the faucet. It will turn on and off the faucet at regular intervals, which will automatically pour your ingots in there. If you need to make an alloy and melt some stuff together like the aluminum brass that we just did, you'll want to make sure you take that clock off first, so that way, because the metals will melt at different speeds. Aluminum is fairly fast at melting, so then you can make the alloy and then put the clock back on there. We are going to go ahead, go ahead and make some tools out of these stone ones, and I do not have any more sticks. So let's, actually, I don't think we even need to do that. We can just use one. We need the tool rod, so we're just going to use wooden ones for now. We're going to make a pick, so we'll just make that out of all of the stone stuff. So there's our stone pickaxe. We're going to make the shovel, and we are going to make an axe. We could have made the mattock. It's supposed to be able to shovel and chop down trees and be able to be like a hoe and hoe the ground, but I find that it doesn't really shovel gravel and stuff very well, not like a shovel does, so I'd rather just do a shovel by itself. We probably won't use these for very long because I'm already using the sapphire, and I found the steel axe in one of the chests down in the ravine. I cannot remember if it was in the skeletons dungeon or if it was in the mine chest that I found. But either way, that is the basics for how to use the tinkers. You can add modifiers with the tool station. The modifiers are in the books. We won't be adding modifiers to these because these are very basic, and but once we get better tools, we will be adding modifiers, and I'll talk about that when we do that. Until then, I'm going to mine some more. I'm going to smelt up some of these ores that we got, and maybe make this place a little bit better, but we're going to be living outside until I can get our first building done, excuse me. So that is going to be it for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy playing Minecraft and Infinity, and I cannot wait for the rest of this, oops, wrong button. The rest of this series. It's going to be fun, exciting. I have big plans for it. We are going to do a whole lab setup. We're going to automate everything that we can, and it's going to be fun, 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 self-sufficient automation, and try to get to everything, all the mods. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.